to Seasons.
Welcome to Seasons.
Seasons.
But we do have a theme tune this week.
We do.
It sounded like you farted.
That was my phone.
Phone vibrating. That's what we'll have to make that explicitly clear. Welcome back to the show.
Oh, I thought we were going to do that back and forth thing.
Oh.
Where I say a word, you say a word.
That's how improv works, isn't it? You have to define
Yeah,
it.
but it's fine. You weren't looking.
Welcome.
So. Back. I thought the sentence was going to be longer, but fine. We do have a theme tune.
We do.
Go back to that little point.
Let me know if you liked it. Get involved.
Yeah. He didn't tell me that was going on this week.
No.
So I just started singing a new theme tune.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think keep going. I'm not happy with the theme tune completely. Maybe it'll evolve some more.
Okay.
So let's keep. Maybe I'll add some remix some more.
That'd be nice.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Very difficult for me with my limited talents.
It's time to learn. Get a Skillshare little class if you want to sponsor us. We're always open.
Always open when we have no way for you to actually pay us money. That's fine. I'm more for spending time with my wife, really.
I'm not.
But welcome to the show. If you haven't ever listened, welcome. This is the show where Marianne and I, who are married father and wife from Edinburgh, London, Scotland, we come up with little tiny film festivals together.
Basically, a little list of 3 movies that come under some sort of umbrella.
For example,
theme.
Sing in the Rain, that could come under some sort of umbrella.
Don't. Do it.
So that's and the general concept is we come up with nice little ideas, and sometimes we will try and watch them. We haven't watched a single one since. We watched a film, really.
No, it's true. It's true.
We should do that.
I have. I watched The Holiday.
And
I watched New Year's Eve. One of the worst films I've ever seen. It's got a lot of 5-star reviews on Amazon though. I think it's just the cast and crew. It's a great movie.
I love working on it.
Yeah, I think so.
It was nice to pretend it was New Year's Eve and yet it'd be, I was about to say December.
Yeah.
June.
It's nice that everybody's New Year's wish came true. Absolutely trash film. Let's figure out a season it can go in.
Trash
the bin.
films.
The bin season.
The bin season. That's not bad.
Sorry, I'm half a gin and tonic in tonight. It's been a long day. So tonight we've got 4 headings.
We have
for seasons.
2 main, and then 2 are provided by a
listener. Hello, listeners, if you're listening.
Yeah, this could be you. This could be you that we make film festivals out of. And if you want to get involved, you can email us at me3comedy@gmail.com. I think that's all as words. Or else you go to me3_comedy with a 3 as a number on Twitter.
It's complicated, but you will get there.
Or me3comedy.com I will have everything on the website, I'm sure.
Probably
not.
You made it.
I made it. I should know.
You should know.
But anyway, let's kick off.
Let's dive head first into this.
So this is Tearjerkers.
Oh, we're doing Tearjerkers first. Okay.
Yeah, I thought we'd go with
my big list then.
This is your big list. So you did some hasty preparation for this, and I indicated to you that you're probably good enough to do this one off the top of your head.
I managed to get about half my list, and then I had another look at a few lists online.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of them. I think Tearjerkers is like a big genre for me. I'm not really sure why, because I don't enjoy getting in touch with my emotions, as you know.
Well, maybe this is because it's
pretend I do.
It's a film, so it's kind of like not commercialised, but like an entry point to your emotions that is very comfortable.
Yeah, you're allowed to cry at a movie, aren't you?
Because it's also not about you.
Yeah, but even so, I think crying at a movie in public. I don't think I cry in the cinema very often.
I don't think I will ever go to the cinema again, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, we'll take Bonnie to the cinema.
If it's still around.
Yeah. If cinemas still exist, get in touch with us, okay? We've been locked in this house for the last 2.5 years. Not even because of the pandemic.
No.
God, that's old news now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Who's still talking about that? No one. Except your mum and dad, who finally got it.
Yeah, they finally got the old COVID. Hello, Hezra and Jezza.
hello if you're listening.
And I still got my pandemic haircut last night, so that's...
You did, yeah? It still needs tidied up. I'm looking at it like those sides are still...
Don't look at it.
Thick.
Tearjerking.
Tearjerkers.
Why is it called tearjerkers?
Because it jerks on the old tear strings.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So the first obvious one is Titanic.
So, yes, so I've got this one written down.
Yeah.
With a question mark.
Well, you've not got a list.
It's on my little phone.
Okay. Yeah, Titanic. Everybody's had a little cry at Titanic, haven't they?
Said not for me.
No.
I don't think I did.
You're a liar. You were 11 when it came out. Not even 11. 9 when it came out.
I remember we went to see that in the cinema twice. 3 times.
You did?
Not me.
Oh.
I remember someone telling us that they did. Because at the time, it was a long film at the time. People hadn't seen 2.5-hour films then.
Yeah. I remember being at primary school and people talking about having seen it.
Yeah.
And we just didn't get to go to the cinema.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, everyone just kept telling me everything that happened. And I was just like, what does this mean? They're on a boat. The concept of Titanic just made no sense to me, really. And then my mum bought the video as the big Christmas movie that year. And we all watched it. And I definitely didn't cry then. But watching it back again, probably as a hormonal teenager, I was like, now I get it. God, this is sad, isn't it?
So the first time you saw it, like, oh.
I remember having to confirm with my sister that Jack and Rose were not real people who were on the Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
But there may have been people called Jack and Rose.
Yeah, but they weren't.
But not necessarily who had that storyline.
That love story.
We'll never know.
Who...
Sadly, they perish.
Had a little...
Spoiler alert. A lot of them die in the end.
And some of them have a little bonk in an old car.
Yeah, that's true.
On a boat.
Yeah.
Films where people have had a bonk in a car on a boat.
I think that's just that one.
I'll look at it and we'll look into it.
I mean, that's a narrow...
Bonk on a car on a boat.
Yeah.
So, for me, that film did not make me cry. But I think maybe when I watched it, I just wasn't that bothered about that sort of stuff.
I think it wouldn't make me cry now. But I think there was just like a pinnacle moment. And it was just like, I cry at movies now.
Do you want to know how I really got a sense of the gravity of this film? Once, my dad used to be working in marine insurance.
Uh-huh. You were going to say Undercover Spy, weren't you?
No.
Just giving away the game.
Giving away the game. Aren't all spies undercover? I suppose some can be overcover. Anyway.
Yeah.
He did always used to wear a moustache when he went to work. Anyway, we went to the Lloyd's building in London, which is the big hall where they do all the insurance taking. And they have an open day every year, and we went down to London on this open day. And in the floor they do the marine insurance, they have a big old book, and in that book, I had it open on the page where someone had insured the Titanic.
Oh.
So we got to see.
Probably back then it was like £5. 5 Queen's English pounds. Oh, it wouldn't have been the Queen then, would it? King's English pounds.
No, yeah, it would have been King's. Yeah. So there you go. That's how I knew it was all real.
And they'd drawn like a feather through the T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very fancy.
Yeah. So
somebody got paid out for that big crash.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But what about the icebergs family? That's what I say.
I know.
Nobody even thinks about the damage to that iceberg.
Hit and run.
Exactly.
Basically.
Could have had kids.
So you reckon Titanic?
Do you want to know why climate change is happening right now?
Yeah.
Fucking Titanic, mate.
Big boats going through big ice.
Thank you.
Have you seen these icebergs on YouTube?
I don't know.
So you might say the Super Mario Brothers iceberg, and what it is a picture of an iceberg, and on the top there's like each one has a level, and it's like memes or facts about a certain. So the Mario Brothers, Mario's a plumber. That would be on the top level. But then as you go further down, it gets darker and darker and weirder.
Okay.
And videos just go through these ones. So people make a picture online on Tumblr or whatever, and then people make videos going through all these references going, this is what this reference is, this is what this reference is.
Oh my God.
And
no, I don't have time for that, Richard.
Fascinating.
I do not have time for the nitty-gritty of the internet.
No, that's fair enough. Well, I was just
literally all I want to watch on YouTube is someone like making a nice diorama,
right,
or like a nice cake.
Yeah.
I don't care about memes anymore.
It's not really about...
I don't use social media, as I mention every single week.
It's not about memes. It's about diving deep into a subject.
It just, for me, that just exposes like yet another dark shade of humanity. I don't want to know about. Let's talk about tearjerkers.
So, I would say, not a tearjerker for me. I'm happy to be on because it is a classic.
It's a classic tearjerker. We don't have to write it down yet. My next on my list is The English Patient, which I think is what inspired this list.
Films with the word tit in it.
Wow. Not from The English Patient, from Titanic, in case anyone doesn't have English as a first language.
Sure. So The English Patient.
Yeah. Makes me cry heavily. Have you seen it?
Yeah, a few years ago.
I can even listen to the soundtrack and
Really?
sometimes get a bit emotional, yeah.
Bit emotion. Okay.
But so the thing with The English Patient is the build up to the point where I'm like weeping is so long. I've not watched it for years because it's like I have to really give myself time to watch this movie so that I can like, you almost get lulled. It's like quite boring.
Yeah. Getting
lulled into this relationship.
Yeah.
And then like when the sad stuff happens, it's like, oh God, that's really sad. God, I'm really entrenched in their lives now.
I don't think I remember this film.
It's set in like
olden times.
Yeah, but there's like a sort of more modern bit with Juliette Binoche.
Right.
And then a slightly older bit with God, what's the actress's name? I don't remember.
Okay.
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Fiennes. Yeah. Voldemort himself, and she's like blonde. Oh, she's like one of those classic English actresses. She was in
Barbara Windsor.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, the bit where her bra pops off. God,
yes.
God, that makes me cry and cry and cry.
Oh,
yuck. No, she was in one episode of Fleabag. She flirts with her at the bar.
I've no idea.
Oh, Richard, you're rubbish at remembering any actors.
And for anyone else who's never listened to the show before, this is a one and done. There's no edits.
Yeah, but we don't edit.
We don't Google in the middle of the show.
No,
okay?
No boogles.
No boogles unless we speak to Boogle himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear that whole interaction. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, fine. I think that's a valid one.
Mm.
And it doesn't feel like it would fit anywhere else, really.
Movies with a lot of sand in them?
It is desert-based.
It's really sandy, yeah. Yeah.
Films with a lot of sand.
Yeah.
I think there'd be a lot of those.
I agree. I mean...
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I can think of 100 off the top of my head.
So.
We don't have time. We're doing Tearjerkers.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have another one next?
Let me go through my list.
Is yours quite short?
Relatively. They come under a few titles.
Right.
There's a theme that you'll get for the first couple. Okay,
but the thing is, if you end up saying all my tearjerkers, if you just go through your whole list, you just ended up potentially saying all of mine.
I don't think I have.
How many have you got?
About 10. I guarantee.
You try and do this every single week.
Have you got The Pianist?
No.
Have you got Life is Beautiful?
I nearly put that one on.
Oh, have you seen that?
I think I have.
I've talked about it a lot.
Maybe that's why I know what it is.
The boy in the striped pajamas.
I put that one on, yeah.
So when I saw of Tearjerkers, I immediately went for Holocaust films.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that, and I've got Schindler's List, and I've got Sophie's Choice.
Yeah, I've not seen.
I've not seen Sophie's Choice. You won't let me watch Schindler's List because you've seen it too many times.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah, and you said that's too many times. It's like, oh, can I watch it by myself? No, I might want to. Another one is Jojo Rabbit, which you've not seen.
Oh, I didn't know it was a tearjerker. Spoiler alert.
I don't want to say anything about that, really, because I know you've not seen it. It's still quite new.
Yeah.
I mean, several years old at this point, but new enough that plenty of people...
Isn't it funny what new feels like these days? I remember when I first started university, I was like, I won't read anything before the year 2000 if I want something like a modern reference, right?
Mm.
And now I'm thinking, anything before 2010
Yeah.
Well, that's 10 years ago.
I mean, anything... 2015 is old now.
Do you know they're going to remake the That 70s show?
Are they?
They're bringing it back.
Am I in it?
I think you might be, yeah.
Just for reference, I look quite a bit like... Or I used to. I don't so much anymore. I look like Donna from That 70s show.
Oh, and just so you know, I look a little bit like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but that's...
Is that what you're saying? Is that what we're doing?
Sure, yeah.
But
you know what? You can Google me yourself and you'll see what I mean. You can Google Richard yourself and you'll see what he means.
I look like Brad Pitt. I've got a slightly bigger dick. I'm quite humble.
Do you know the story about when I once... So, Donna from That 70s show is played by Laura Prepon. Prepon.
Yeah.
Prepon.
Yeah.
And she was also in Orange is the New Black, which we were obsessed with.
Mm-hmm.
And I once tweeted her to ask if a prepon was like a starter tampon.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I got nothing back.
Nothing?
No. I thought she'd find that really funny.
She probably does. She probably still talks about it.
I hope so. Just, just hit me up or something.
Maybe
like we look like each other. We could have the same dad. Like, you've made fun of it, but we do look alarmingly alike.
Yeah, it's weird because I look at you now like nothing.
Yeah.
But then you both might have a look or something like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I think
it's more like the profile, I think.
Yeah.
But we do look quite similar.
And you wear glasses all the time as well.
Yeah. I used to have glasses that looked more like the ones she wore in Orange is the New Black. Anyway, I'm off topic again. Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. Yes, 100% is a tearjerker, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have the novel of that. Sat waiting on my Kindle and I can't bring myself to read it. I've been too sad lately. Probably for the last year. I've been too sad. And I'm like, I can't. I've also got the Tattooist of Auschwitz. It's like, back to back on that one. I don't think I'm not emotionally prepared for it. Like, these are all movies that I don't think I could watch right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Like, they'd be too sad right now.
So that was category A for me, is Holocaust films.
Yeah.
Have you got any other Holocaust films?
No.
Category B
Mm-hmm.
is sort of kids' films.
I've got a few of those.
Okay, what you got?
Coco.
Yes, Coco's on there.
Yeah. I can't watch Coco. I can't even listen to the song. Too sad.
One song.
But for personal reasons, stop asking me. Another kids' film. A classic tearjerker.
Yeah.
Want to say it at the same time? Do you think it's the same one?
Well,
I'll give you a clue. Nobody can see this because we're on a podcast. I'm giving you a clue.
Oh, yeah. No, it's the same.
E.T.
Oh, I thought you were pointing up.
No,
up.
I've got up as well,
Yeah.
but I was doing a finger. I do have up, but I've also got E.T. Do you have E.T.?
No, I don't have E.T.
Oh, E.T. is really sad. Oh, not sad, but like, oh
I
my
have
God.
not seen it in 30 years. I don't think.
It's one that I'm quite looking forward to watching with the old kiddo.
Yeah.
If she'll ever allow us to watch anything.
There isn't.
Except Lion Guard and My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
Any other kid movie?
Yeah.
On the Pixar theme.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
God, we watched that a few weeks ago. It's absolutely heart-wrenching when they're all headed into the inferno. But it's like, not even that, the emotional kick after that.
Yeah.
Of him going and playing with the toys with the little girl. It's so sad. And every time I watch it, I just think, much as I enjoyed Toy Story 4, they should never have made Toy Story 4. That was such a nice ending.
They did the best they could with the Toy Story 4. I think it was.
But I think we went to see Toy Story 3 together at the movies. And we were both just crying.
Yeah.
That was a real tearjerker for me. But I mean, you simply cannot compare Toy Story 3 with Boy in Striped Pyjamas. Like, what's more emotional? It's
God, that's a real statement on
life,
it's
like there's no like, oh, this movie makes me cry.
Because even Coco kind of gets it a little more.
Guess what?
Boy in Striped Pyjamas.
I mean, it's about death and grieving. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But
in a way, so it's Toy Story. It's like grieving a former life, and like the grief of growing a bit older.
yeah.
I'm getting a bit deep here. I'm going to start crying.
Well,
what else have you got in your kids' movies?
Well, so it's Homeward Bound.
Oh my God, yes, Homeward Bound.
I've got it.
I thought that, but I didn't write it down for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, Homeward Bound. God, that's sad.
But so I've put that as a talking animals film. I think that's where I would have to sit.
Yeah. Or movies about 2 cats, 1 dog. No, sorry, 2 dogs, 1 cat.
2 dogs, 1 cat. Yeah, no, I think it would definitely be that category.
I guess another sort of kids movie, but not really. My Girl.
Yeah, I've not seen it. I just.
You've not seen My Girl?
No.
Oh my God.
It's got girl in the title, my boy. What do you want me to do? Watch that film? No.
Okay. Wow.
I've seen the trailer for it 1,000 times. That could be on
probably
the
on
film.
a VHS movie. Yeah. We should watch that for sure. My Girl is a very sweet little film, but very sad.
Yeah.
What else have you got?
So that's my kids' film section.
Can I say on the subject of dogs from Homeward Bound?
Yeah.
Marley and Me.
Right. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Do you know what happens?
Well, I presume so. Let's just say, if it's on this list, the dog's not living the whole way through the film.
I didn't know what happened. And I was like, oh, it's Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston. And it's a dog.
Honestly.
Great, I'll put that on.
It goes Sixth Sense, Marley and Me, in terms of films that I know the ending of without having seen it.
Yeah. It is really... I mean, I remember watching it thinking, God, this is rubbish.
Yeah.
Like, the actual film itself is shit. Like, it's a bad script. But anything where the dog dies, I'm like, oh my God. And that was before I even had a dog.
Imagine now.
I couldn't watch it now. But still, can we compare that to Schindler's List? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. My question is does Holocaust movies get its own? Or do we have to separate tearjerkers into their own categories?
I think, Holocaust movies... When you think of a tearjerker, for me, it's more like a Hollywood...
Yeah.
Not a blockbuster movie necessarily, but like it's a bit more schmaltzy than a Holocaust movie.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely...
So I don't think we can put them into this category.
So more schmaltzy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to test it again. Have we got any more kids' ones?
No.
Documentaries.
Oh my God. I've only got one.
What's yours one?
It's incredibly sad.
Is it the same as mine?
Dear Zachary.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Even just thinking about it.
I literally cannot try and remember the plot or anything because it just,
I know.
I mean, it makes you so angry and so upset.
When I had actually kind of almost frozen it out of my mind, and then when I was researching for this, I saw it and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That film. I remember you were like, oh, I've got these films for us to watch. Let's try this one.
I had a clue. It was just like, oh, this is a great documentary. We'll talk about it. And if you haven't ever heard of it or seen it, don't look it up. Watch it.
Yeah,
it's
you've
really
just got
good.
to watch it, and we're not doing any spoilers because it's not the kind of movie where it's not like The Sixth Sense where you necessarily would know the ending.
But also, like, for me, stylistically, it was so important to watch it because it was really just like fascinating.
Yeah. How do you edit
it's
an
like
incredible story,
but
also incredibly sad.
So the other one, the other documentary I put down there is Blackfish.
I've not seen that, but I know obviously it's very upsetting.
I do think again, just doesn't need its own season. Documentaries,
probably,
sad docs. I can probably list more. I didn't really want to push too hard on that because again, I know what you meant by tearjerkers. So I have written here Titanic, The Bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if it's sad.
I mean, it's not like nothing specifically bad happens in it.
But the way that Whitney Houston sings that song,
exactly that.
Yeah, there's an emotional punch.
I wouldn't call it a tearjerker.
No, fine.
It's just like what is it, even a romance movie? I don't even know.
So, I've also got Never Let Me Go.
I've got that too.
So,
oh my god, I cry and cry. I think that might be a tearjerker.
do you think, is that a tearjerker?
No, maybe it's a bit because that's like an adaptation from a
Well,
novel.
I've written down here.
And I cry and cry and cry at the novel too. So
I've got here organ harvesting films.
yeah, I mean, sure.
I mean, spoiler alert.
It's laid out in the first
books based on novels. I think we just got to do.
Mm.
And then cricket the sport. Apparently, that's referencing. Yeah.
Is it? I think they might do it like once.
Well, IMDb thinks
Never Let Me Go is such a sad film.
I've written books based on novels. Not many books are based on novels. Films based on novels.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what else?
It is already on Karen Mulligan season.
I know, but I think we have to discount any season that we did before the podcast.
Well,
that being the only one. Okay, some other ones that I've got. Is that you're at the end of your list?
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yes, that was the one on the top of my head.
The Shape of Water.
Oh.
I have gone back since we watched it. We've only seen it once, but I've gone back so many times and found the YouTube clip of the man reading the little poem at the end and the ending and just cry at the ending of the movie.
I don't remember it.
Okay, well, I guess it can't go in then.
No, it
it's
can
not
do.
that much of it.
I would say, in terms of that film, it will probably resonate with a lot more other categories.
I think so.
But that,
I mean, yeah, Falling in Love with a Beast is...
Falling in Love with a Beast. That film, there's an aesthetic to it as well I like.
Yeah, I think so.
It's something,
I don't think it can go in here, but it's a good tearjerker.
Is she mute?
Yeah.
Mute characters. Deaf mute. I think
maybe she just can't speak.
With a Beast. But I think there's loads of other categories that fits into.
Agreed. Moulin Rouge.
Oh, interesting.
It's a big old tearjerker, I think.
I mean, yeah, I would have cried to that so many times.
Yeah.
But like, it feels like more like a...
I think it's more joyous. I think it's sad.
No, I'm not saying it's joyous. More like a romance. No, there's a tearjerker after they've all got a romance to them, haven't they?
The Colour Purple.
Not seen it.
It's incredibly sad. And it's one of those movies... I mean, you've seen Precious, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of relentlessly sad.
Right.
So I wonder if it's not a tear... It is a tearjerker. It would make you cry. But it's like in the same category as these other movies we're talking about where it's like... Oh, I think it's too sad and serious. Like,
yeah.
It's like a proper serious topic.
Yeah.
And it's very, very sad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That one. Another one that I think inspired this category, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I just love it.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if I want to waste it on this category.
It's too big a film.
It's a good category, though. I like this category.
It's so simple.
The Farewell.
If
you've not seen that, watch it. But don't watch it hungry, because there's some really good shots of food in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, films not to watch when you're hungry.
Yeah.
And it's also sad. Now I've got this written down, and I can't actually remember the movie. Other People? Oh. No, wait, what is it?
Don't Google it.
Oh, I can't. I've
Other
written it
People.
down off of my list. And I think I must have seen it. I don't remember what it is. That's bad, isn't it?
So what I was going to say about this whole enterprise that we're doing,
Yes.
I like the idea of us having some air of mystery about the films we put in. Like, we don't actually know what's in them.
What, so we can't have seen them?
No. It's so that there's at least maybe one film in a season that makes us want to watch it because we haven't seen it, but we feel like it, from what we know, it should fit in. So
that makes things more complicated.
We don't have to do that. It's just more. And listen, it's going to come out later. But have you seen Other People?
I feel like I have. Why did I put it in my list? Other People.
Have people listening to this?
Yeah, just text us, whatever.
Oh no, Bonnie. Oh dear, turn it down.
Just turn the sound off the child. She should go back to sleep. That's fine.
Good.
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh.
Extremely sad.
Okay.
Cry at the end of that one a lot.
Again,
I'll tell you another one.
Yeah.
That I didn't even put on here, but made me cry a lot. You seen Patch Adams?
No, I've not.
Yeah, I cry at that. Oh my god, there's one bit in it. Good lordy. Sad.
So there's another film I was going to bring up, which requires some context, which is we watched it just after we had given birth to our beautiful daughter.
Oh, I forgot you were in labour for 18 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly longer. And
possibly 2 weeks.
Possibly longer, but you wouldn't have remembered. You wouldn't have realised. Thanks for taking part. But it's a surprising one. I don't think I'll make it on here. But Borat 2 made me cry.
Oh, God.
Because about father-daughter is quite sweet in some parts.
I mean,
sure. At that point, I was crying at anything. Yeah. Same with Onward.
Oh, yeah. That is quite sad. That's quite...
Yeah.
Not sad, but the topic could make you emote.
But I think in terms of... I feel like your instinct to go Titanic and English Patient are strong for a Tearjerker season.
Mm.
And then maybe it falls down to something like Philadelphia.
I think Philadelphia could go in so many other categories.
Mm. I do think we have a Tom Hanks. There's a very specific Tom Hanks season that we came up with last week.
And a Hom Tanks.
A Hom Tanks,
season.
What would you say then?
What have we got?
Not written down everything.
I mean, we're not going to put Marley and Me in. A Dog's Die, I suppose. But
do we really want to have that season?
No, that's not a season that I'm willing to.
Don't want to celebrate it.
Partake in.
But then if this gets published on a list online, Titanic, English Patient, Marley and Me, they're going to think we're so basic.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I think we have to do something else.
My Girl?
VHS trailer films.
Surely. Oh yeah, okay.
We could
The Farewell is sad.
Films not to watch when you're hungry.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one.
How about Other People? We'll just go for Other People. Well, it may not even be a real film. I'm happy to go with it. I'm happy to trust your instincts.
I know that I put it on the list for a reason.
Exactly.
And I'm having an absolute blank with it.
You would have lied
to
yourself about that.
It's true.
Or Patch Adams.
No, let's go for Other People. We'll see why.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm going to say this child doesn't look like she's going back to sleep.
No, I'm going to pause then. Need a sting, need a sting, need a sting. It's paused, it's paused.
20-minute sojourn there, and we're back. Look, I'm not going to lie. I did Google Other People whilst I was.
Oh right,
whilst I was up there.
Uh-huh.
We saw it together.
Did we?
It's Jesse Plemons, and he plays a gay guy living in his parents' house, and his mum's got cancer.
Do you not remember seeing that film?
So we saw it. I thought we saw it together. Maybe I just watched it myself.
Was it sad?
Very sad, yeah.
Yeah, was it Tearjerker?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Did you put it anywhere else?
No, because I'd completely forgotten what it even was. So.
Well, there you go. I think that's fine.
So,
then.
boom, done. Finished that one.
Happy with that.
Great.
Okay, so to lighten the mood, next one is real-life cartoon crossovers.
Yeah. Now, I feel like there's lots of these. If you Google it, there's a huge Wikipedia page. But I feel like I want it to be not like super specific, but I didn't want it to just be, in a big monster movie they use CGI animation or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm not interested in that.
No.
It's like I like it where characters are like talking to a cartoon. Or they become a cartoon themselves. Yeah,
absolutely.
They get like sucked off into another world.
Sorry?
They get sucked off into another world.
Oh, right, yeah. Look how rhythmic your laughing was there. Like, Hibbert.
Everybody says I've been told I laugh like Hibbert in the past.
I'm just flirting with you.
I'm married.
Oh, sorry.
Christ.
Well, should we cross off one of the main ones that I don't think it deserves to be in this?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Wow, no, I was going to say Space Jam.
Oh, I didn't even put Space Jam on my list. Haven't seen it.
You've not seen Space Jam?
No.
Right.
I have not.
But I was inspired.
You don't think it deserves to be in this list?
No, there's much better films that fit this.
Okay.
But so Space Jam.
I would have thought this would have been top of your list. Of like, I'm plumping for this one to get in there.
No. So Bill Murray phones it in season.
Interesting, yeah.
Alien invasion with a strange resolution.
Okay.
So like, this is like aliens have come to invade and it's resolved by a basketball match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's lots more examples where it's like they're sent packing basically a game.
War of the Worlds, they get the common cold. So spoiler alert, it came out in 1878 or whatever. If you've not read it, it's your problem, not mine.
Oh, okay. Alien invasion, strange resolution. And then last second scoring film, spoiler alert.
Okay. Nice, yeah. I like that. Is it so that would only be sports movies?
No, there might be other examples where that happens. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you never know. There might be a film that uses a reference to it or has some sort of ticking clock that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there must be bombs detonating.
The movie New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve probably does that. I'm thinking more like Bond detonating a bomb that goes, dude, it ends at 007 or whatever, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So Hugh framed Roger Rabbit. A.
You've said it twice.
Badly.
Wrong twice.
A. I think it goes into that one about sort of CGI tutorial videos. I can't remember how to express it, but films which have been featured in documentary featurettes, which explain the process of CGI filmmaking as part of it. I feel like Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a really classic.
Name another one though.
Like The Matrix. I've seen CGI like videos where they're doing like the shooting all the time. There's a few other examples like
Lord
that.
of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Films where you, like, yeah, Gollum, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be the big one. We'll see Andy Serkis talking about.
I think that's green screen.
No, but I'm specifically thinking of when you see, you've seen on the telly a making of that.
I literally can't think of a better real life cartoon crossover than Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I mean, okay, it's a big one. I'm not going to dispute that.
Okay.
Who did frame him?
I don't know.
Also,
it was the evil guy.
Cartoon characters with big tits. That's another one.
Oh, we'd already said that one. Yeah, that's to come.
No, I mean that must be. This must feature major on that list. Surely.
I'm sure we can get some other ones. Fantasia.
Oh, yes.
It's got to be a big one for this.
I didn't even put it down. Fantasia.
As it's sometimes referred to. I mean, one of the ones I've got on my list has actually broken my own rule. It's not really got that much crossover. But Drop Dead Fred has a really cute little animation as the opening credits.
Okay.
And that's one of my favourite movies. I don't know why I keep calling them movies tonight.
The films.
Films.
Look at movies.
The movie.
Flicks.
I mean, I did, for one of the other categories, I did type in flicks.
Yeah.
And Google was like, do you mean films? I'm like, yes.
I did.
Thank you.
So Drop Dead Fred, huge film for you.
But, I mean, it doesn't go in this one.
What does it go into? Conceivably.
Wacky hairdos, wacky suits.
Wacky suits.
Imaginary friends.
Imaginary friends, I think, would be where it'd be for me.
Rick Mail movies.
Yeah, Rick Mail season I'd love. We do a bottom season. How about that? Bottom season.
We'll have to do a top season as well then.
Yeah, we will.
The one that we came up with last week, do you remember what that one was?
No, tell me.
Page Master.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah. Page Master. He's trapped in a library.
Yeah, he sort of goes in through a book and
books.
becomes a cartoon.
Yeah.
And then all the books that sort of come to life. There's 3 books. Sort of a stupid horror book. He's like the dumb one.
Yeah.
And there's like a fairy godmother one.
Yeah.
And is there like a sensible old man type?
That sounds like it's right.
Yeah, and I can't remember what they have to do. Is it to get him out of the page?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. There's a movie called Inkheart, right? Is that this?
I've no idea.
It like falls into a heart made of ink, which would be a book. I'm a novelist, okay, guys. Having never written a novel, I'm a novelist, okay, guys.
Yeah.
My heart is ink.
Is it heart? Yeah, no. I've never heard of it.
You can say one?
Well, so Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, I nearly put it on there, but we've not seen it yet.
We've not seen it yet. This is one of the ones I'm happy to like. I know it's going to be good. I really want to watch it. We did
try and watch it with our child, and she was like, "No, turn this off."
But we laughed a lot.
And we get bullied by our kids. Our kids.
Both of the same joke. I put Mary Poppins.
I did too, but it's too good to go in this list.
But then, you like this one instead, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
I put Bed Knobs and Broomsticks too. Yes. I told you, you know the story about my mum. She met Bruce Forsyth, probably around this era. You know Bruce Forsyth is in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Right?
Is he the guy on the ceiling?
No, that's in Mary Poppins. Bruce Forsyth.
Right, maybe I should be Mary Poppins then. Maybe that's the film I'm thinking of.
Bruce Forsyth plays the baddie.
Does he?
He's like the evil, like, he's like a travelling magician or something. He's got like a suitcase.
You sure it's not the child catcher?
No, that's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
How
there's a lot of films.
Here's our Google one. How many films do you think Bruce Forsyth was in?
Oh, I'm gonna say.
I'll give you the over/under on a number.
I'm gonna say 10.
And you're gonna want to take over or under?
Under.
Right, so you reckon under 10?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go for over 11.
Wow, imaginative. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, but my mum said he's a piece of shit.
Oh right, yeah, who's dead now? So
yeah. Rest in peace.
Peter's Dragon.
Yep, I put that one as well.
But I've
really like that one.
Say for Big Best Friend.
It's quite inappropriate these days, I think. For a Big Best Friend.
Big Best Friend film.
Yeah, that's nice.
There is also the remake, so we could put the old one in that, put the new one in that. I'm not doing that.
The BBC Narnia adaptation of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, they have some really good little demons that fly around.
Oh, really?
And the animals are all... It's absolutely terrible. The CGI in it,
I thought it was all puppets.
No.
I don't remember this.
It's computer animated, I think. Or very early computer animation.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite films,
yeah.
I would say. Love to watch that. Specifically, though, the BBC adaptation.
I'm going to call it Lionel Wardrobe.
Sure. Lionel's Wardrobe.
I've got one here, which neither of us has seen. It's French.
Okay.
I think we'd love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Sophie's Misfortunes from 2016.
Okay.
It's based on an old film from the 40s.
Okay.
And it's about a little girl who is forced to live with like an evil aunt type thing.
Yeah.
And kind of wants to break free by playing games with her cousins, and they invoke cartoon character animals to sort of play with.
Sounds really cute.
It sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to watch it.
James and the Giant Peach.
Oh,
is on there for me.
Does that count for this?
Yeah, I mean we never said like drawn animation. It's stop motion, and he starts off as a proper little boy.
Real
got
life.
Joanna Lumley in it.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Okay. I can live with that more. I did think it was more cartoon. I suppose anything stop motion is animation.
Yeah.
But I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Pete and the Giant Peach.
Pete and the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
James and the Giant Peach.
James. Giant fruit season.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Is there going to be others?
I'm sure there probably would be.
I think we...
Wait, we've still got to do that one where somebody's having a car chase and they drive through fruit stand.
Yeah.
That's one that I'd like to do eventually.
Yeah.
Casper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Casper, the Friendly Ghost.
The Friendly Ghost.
I've put one... There's a film that I've put on this list twice.
Oh, really?
Enchanted is on there
Oh,
twice.
yeah.
Maybe I meant Disenchanted the second time. But we tried to watch Enchanted the other day with our daughter. And again, we got bullied into not watching our own TV.
In the bin.
She would have everything in the bin.
She would.
She's just throwing everything in the bin these days. Elf.
Yeah, there is a little bit of it, isn't there?
Yeah, but Elf's too good a movie to go.
That's no way this is touching this one.
Yeah. Are you got any more?
I've got two more. I've got a big one.
Okay.
Song of the South.
Oh, okay. I don't think we can put that one on.
No, but...
any list, really.
Well, what about banned films?
Okay.
What about Disney Vault?
Retracted films, yeah.
What about films about slavery?
Interesting. Tough. I mean, A Song of the South probably wouldn't go into that category. I imagine there are other films that...
Have you ever watched it?
Song of the South?
I
watched it when I was
young,
when it would be on the TV.
Yeah.
We never had it, but it used to get shown on the BBC. I just vaguely remember, I think there was a hare or a rabbit, and then there was the man sort of walking around.
I think you might have seen what was the same as me, which is the VHS trailer. I must have seen that.
I think, no, I've definitely seen it. I feel like I did. It was on TV at some point. Maybe it was just the VHS trailer.
There's that one bit that you must have seen 1,000 times, and it's just him walking through a cartoon town. Yeah. And there's a little bird that sings on his shoulder.
Maybe that is what I've seen. Huh. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But in my mind, I thought I'd seen the film.
The film itself is incredibly boring.
Yeah.
For such a long time. I don't think we got through it. I downloaded it being like, ooh, this is a bit naughty. And,
you're like, where's the nudity?
Where's the nudity? No cartoon characters with any size of breasts.
God. Sometimes, Richard.
Sometimes, other times.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
You ever heard of it or seen it? I have heard of it.
I think it's got like a very specific style, and they obviously translated it over from books where there's this very specific style of drawings.
Yeah.
But I just thought, shove it on there. Paddington. It's different. I mean, I think it breaks my own rule. I
would say that
he's CGI, but he's not a cartoon character.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would count in this context.
And then the last one that I've got is Ted, but again, I think that's the same.
Well, the last one I've got is one called Monkey Bone.
Oh, wink.
Which has got Brendan Fraser, I think.
Oh yeah.
And he's like an artist, and his characters like break out from his book.
Nice.
Into his world. I've not seen it.
Mm.
I've not heard a lot about it, but it looked like it would be up our street.
Okay.
I
think Fantasia has to be on there.
I mean, great. I hadn't even thought of Fantasia.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers, just because we really want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then probably one that's not Disney, just to...
I'd like to go Sophie's Misfortunes.
Oh, I was going to say Casper.
Casper can easily
I guess
go
he's
into...
CGI as well, though. He doesn't know that he...
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't go in this one.
But he can maybe go as like...
Page Master.
Kids horror.
The thing with the other little girl one, you talked about talking animals.
Yeah.
That could go into a lot of different categories. Page
No,
Master.
they don't talk.
Oh, what's the point then?
Well, maybe they do, I don't know. They're in French.
We don't know.
But it's exciting.
Because you've not seen it.
I've seen a little bit of a trailer and there was a little animal in it.
No, I think we should put in the Page Master.
I agree. I think Page Master is probably made for this thing. I'd maybe take a Fantasia.
Really?
Yeah.
You were just so excited about it 1 second ago.
No, I know, because it's like... It's a
Take out Chippendale Rescue Rangers then. We've not seen that either.
No. This category is made for
Fantasia, Page Master, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. We'll watch the other film and then we'll see which category it could go into.
Not Beds, Dolls and Broomsticks. I think it's a stronger contender than Fantasia. Fantasia could go into boring music films that
this is where
kids
I'm
don't
palm
really
it
like.
Off onto this category.
This is not a palm off list. This is a strong film festival.
Well, then it has to be a more classic one, like Enchanted or something like that.
I think Enchanted or Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I think they're the two.
Okay, but wait.
Pagemaster, Chippendale, and either of those.
So wait, whoa.
Cool.
In Chippendale,
yeah,
they know they're a cartoon.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Enchanted, she gets sucked out of cartoons into the
She
real
gets
world.
sucked off right into this other world.
Pagemaster, he gets sucked into cartoons.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's a mix of cartoons and guys. James and the Giant Peach, he gets sucked into animation.
So you want to focus on sucked into?
But, I mean, is it two different categories again?
Do you want to open?
Because Chip and Dale will be that mix, like Roger Rabbit.
So.
Whereas other ones, it's like, oh, I've been wrenched into the cartoon world, or I've been wrenched out of the real world into cartoons.
So you think we should have categories that define whether we're being sucked off into?
Yeah.
So sucked off.
Are we getting sucked off, or are we
into
sucked in?
Cartoon. To
like Mary Poppins gets sucked into a cartoon.
She gets sucked off into the pavement.
Yeah.
Into a cartoon reality.
But I'm changing the parameters of the category as we're doing the category.
So Enchanted is sucked off from a cartoon into real world. Sucked off from real world, from cartoon into real world. And then the last
bear
category...
in mind, we've not even seen Enchanted. We've seen the first 10 minutes of it, if that.
Sucked off from cartoon into real.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this category 2. And category 3 is not sucked off.
Cartoons and real life sucking each other off.
Cartoons and life coexist.
Mm-hmm. Knowingly coexist, though. Because Paddington doesn't know he's a cartoon.
I think Paddington and Ted are not this...
And Casper's
There's no sucking off in those ones.
Yeah.
So I would say, sucked off into cartoon reality. Pagemaster is a 1. Sucked off into cartoon reality.
Fantasia.
Well, Space Jam does...
Oh, does he get space?
He goes into...
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's Bedknobs and Broomsticks doing?
They go like under the sea, don't they? So they get sucked into.
They get sucked off into... So maybe that's category 1. Sucked off from a cartoon world into the real world. Enchanted. Is definitely that one.
Well, then does Mickey Mouse get sucked into into the composing bit? They just seem to know each other. They're just like mates, aren't they?
So the only coexisting in Fantasia, as far as I'm concerned, is an orchestra at the beginning, and then it's all animation.
I think the orchestra happens quite a few times, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mickey goes and talks to them, right?
Maybe a little bit.
And he does some...
But I don't think they cross over.
What don't cross over?
I don't think there's any sucking off in Fantasia.
He talks to Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, but
the composer chats to him.
Okay.
They have a conversation.
Roger Rabbit's coexisting.
Mary Poppins gets sucked into.
Well, we're not wasting Mary Poppins in a sucked off into category.
Wow.
I think that's fairly...
Okay, then I don't think we've got 3 categories here with 3 movies each.
Oh, it's complex, isn't it?
Elf, they coexist.
Well, Monkey Bone sucks off from cartoon into real.
Uh-huh.
So that could be 2. And then we just do 1.
Is Chip and Dale...
That's a 3. That's coexisting. There's no sucking. There's a not... Yeah, no
and
sucking.
Roger Rabbit coexists.
Yeah, so we need 1 more for that category.
Mm.
Which could be Fantasia.
Yeah.
If you want it to be.
Sure. Make it easy on us. And then James gets sucked from real life into cartoon.
Into cartoon.
Yeah. But then he gets sucked back again at the end of the movie.
Oh, they can go back. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, so Sophie's Misfortune is sucking off from cartoon into... No, it's not. That's imagination. There's no contrived... This is
hard, guys.
This is
tough, isn't
hard.
It? Pete's Dragon, they coexist.
Yeah. We've got 3 coexist, I think. No, we've not. But as I said, I think Pete's Dragon goes for Big Best Friend.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Song of the South, what goes on there?
Well, I'm not putting that in anyway. I don't want to go there right now.
Pete and the Giant Peach. He gets sucked off into... There's no coexisting there. Casper's not really the sort of thing. Well, then we've got an empty slot, but I think we've got 2 at least.
Okay.
We need something like Roger Rabbit, something like Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
where there's already a coexisting reality of cartoon and reality.
Isn't that funny that we can't think of
I
one?
wonder if Disenchanted fits into that. I don't know if there's any sucking off that goes on into reality. You said it.
Yeah, by mistake.
Yes, and I'm not regretting that.
And you've said it 100 times.
I think it's fine. No, sucking off from cartoon into reality. Enchanted, Monkey Bone, from cartoon into reality. Maybe we're missing one for that one as well. What's Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
He just does drawings of things and that happen in his life, I think. So
they coexist?
I can't really remember. I have seen it though.
There's a question mark. I think we could use that one. Lion and Wardrobe is definitely sucked off into cartoon reality. They don't come out of the wardrobe.
No, it's literally just like little bits of CGI.
Yeah.
The animals don't know that they're cartoons.
There's the Inkheart question as well.
I think Inkheart, I might have just made that up.
Well,
we'll ask Google at the end.
I think those go for incomplete. We have one.
We've really laboured the point on this one, so I think we're going to call it a day.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I think we're there.
Yeah.
We've
got 2 more categories to go.
So these are provided to us by a listener, James.
Hello.
Give a bit of context.
Not of Giant Peach.
James
fame.
is the father
of our goddaughter.
Of our ungodly daughter.
Our odd daughter.
Our odd daughter, as we call her.
Hi, James.
Hello.
How you doing?
Welcome.
So I wasn't really clear on what this first category was. So I just kind of went for meta movies to begin with. So
the category 1 is films that are not like films in some way.
Yeah.
So he
the examples that James gave were all TV adaptations, though. So what I've done is kind of half meta playing with movie format movies and half TV adaptations, essentially.
So let's just go further into his examples.
That were all TV adaptations, sure.
No, they weren't all TV adaptations. So, League of Gentlemen's Apocalypse, and I've written here, films that are written by a cast member, that'd be good. Homunculus films, which is where there's a little tiny creature goblin thing.
Mm-hmm.
End of the World season. Films with a husband-wife relationship.
Mm-hmm. A laboured one at this point, sure.
And shrinking films.
Oh, shrinking films, that is a tough one for me too. Yeah. It's a whole other conversation.
Okay, so that's one of the ones. Ghost Stories, which is... As
in the one with Scarlett Johansson?
No.
And what's
No, Andy Nye, the guy who directed Darren Brown,
I'm thinking of Ghost World.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what Ghost
Stories is. It was a film. Well, it was originally a stage show that got everyone scared. It was made into a film, and so
it's an adaptation.
But it's all because the actual film itself uses in camera magic, but they all relate to a central story that's all about kind of undermining that reality. But in what way is real?
So what I'm having issues with because the other example he gave was the Doctor Who movie.
Doctor Who movie and the Twin Peaks pilot.
Again, 2 TV adaptations, but how are they not
probably
like
TV
a bit?
Shows? I'm watching a film, aren't I? And a bit, this is trying too hard to be a film.
Right. Trying too hard. I did not get that in my email.
So I agree. This is a tough category.
I did not get that in my email.
But here's a good example for you. I think. Ocean's 12. Have you seen it?
I think so.
So in it, there's a plot point where one of the characters, who's played by Julia Roberts, is said, "Oh, you look like the actress Julia Roberts," and they use that to do their long con. And I think that it's the point at which a movie collapses beyond itself.
As in jumping the shark moment.
Kind of jumping the shark, but it's a bit more meta than just jumping the shark.
But all the ones that I went for in terms of meta, are actually good.
Okay. Well, so what have you got?
For meta movies?
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh my God, yeah.
Being John Malkovich.
Yeah, no, this is definitely not for this category.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Monty Python Holy Grail.
Oh, okay.
Adaption.
I don't remember how this gets meta. I
Adaption.
don't remember adaption.
Birdman.
Birdman, I did actually put initially.
And Sunset Boulevard, because I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of a movie about a person in the theatre. This category was not.
It was tough.
Not clearly explained, James.
I would say
I need some more. I need it to be sort of honed down.
I think he desperately wanted to get involved. His other one is good as well.
I mean, the other one,
I think,
but only because I don't watch that genre.
Well, I would just say for this one, I think it's exposed an idea which I've also captured in a similar vein, which is I like a film that's meta. I like a film that refers to itself, or refers to sort of breaking down certain realities.
Blazing Saddles was another one. I was
Blazing Saddles, yeah. I think that goes definitely into a farting film, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, one of the ones, A Cock and Ball Story.
Yeah,
you seen that one?
I've not seen it, but I saw it on a few lists.
So that opens up fake autobiography, which I think we've already talked about, with fictional autobiographies. Cock and Ball Stories. Behind the Moon.
A fake autobiography.
Or a fictional autobiography.
Oh, I see. Right.
So Big Fish as well, I think it was. Cock and Ball Story. Or else a behind-the-scenes movie. So a film which has itself behind the scenes. Like Sunset Boulevard. Like Singing in the Rain. Birdman. There's
Adaption
a few things
would be that then.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's a separate thing.
But I mean, that's not what the examples that James gave us.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Okay. From this, I've sort of gone. I think this is the kind of film that is.
Okay.
Because notably in the films that he's referenced, it's not quite campy. It's like.
Well, in terms of those films, so feeding off of the examples that I was given, I've got some adaptation movies. The Ab Fab movie.
All right. TV adaptation films.
Sex and the City movie. Where it's like, these are just like extended episodes.
Sure.
They're not like big flashy movies, really. They're just an extended episode of a TV show.
Yeah.
But then I came to Borat, which is like a spin-off from the Ali G show.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
But it is kind of knowingly, it's like mockumentary. They know that they're making fun of other people.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite good.
I think it's quite good. But
again, I'm not clear on the category here at all.
I'm not clear.
Beavis and Butthead Do America. Again, it's like an extended episode of the TV show.
Yeah.
Same for Downton Abbey. In-betweeners movie.
Doesn't Downton Abbey, the film, talk about making a film?
I've no idea. I've not actually watched it.
Have you not?
No. I didn't get to watch the final season. So.
What's the one you said off that?
In-betweeners movie. Again, it's just like a long episode. And then I came to Jackass the movie.
Wow.
Where it's like, of all the things to make into a film, what's such a strange format?
I think Jackass the movie does touch upon James's thing a little bit more than the others.
But I don't know how.
I don't know how as well. I think it's very confusing.
And then I've got the Alan Partridge movie, Alpha Papa. Which I don't think is an extended episode.
No, I think Alan
Partridge.
No.
But it's
its own thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like League of Gentlemen, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Still set in that Royston Vasey. Still with the same characters, but it was his own thing. And it was kind of like a big...
I feel like...
a big movie. Like his is like a heisty type movie. That was like an apocalypse movie.
It is a little bit behind the media as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And then the only other one that I've got on the list is Bixby Bear. Because it's like about someone making a TV show in a movie.
Yeah.
I really felt quite lost, in all honesty.
I think.
So I divided my page in half because I think one half of these movies don't add up together with the other half.
I've got a couple more that I think might fit into James' category. And it may be that we need to get James to judge. I
think we might need to have...
So I've got Movie 43. Do you remember this one?
Mm-mm.
It's like...
I don't think so, anyway.
It's a weird sketch film thing. It had loads of celebrities in it. And
the trailer was about the other one?
Doom.
Yeah, the one that I did think of when I was writing down Alpha Papa was that festival movie.
Oh. Yeah. That's
Because it's like a weird. That's almost like a documentary. That's like
it's
a
not. It's not even like a
film.
mockumentary because it's almost so real and I think it even like uses contrived actual like anecdotes.
And then there's that 24-hour party people as well, which is I think I saw that years and years ago.
Yeah, I think I would as well. Very Steve Coogan centric. But yeah, Film 43 is also apparently a cartoon reality crossover.
Really?
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't have it anywhere near that thing. Another one I've got here is Leaving La Mancha, which is a documentary made whilst Terry Gilliam was trying to make his version of Don Quixote, but it's a film that's never been made.
Right.
Because it collapsed during production. And it's a self-contained documentary of that trouble because Don Quixote is itself a film that's never been made well.
Yeah.
Like Orson Welles trying to make it and that collapsed. It's a film that's never really been captured.
Interesting. I'd be interested to watch it, sure.
I got one more, which I've not seen. It's called Zoom from 2015. And I think it captures what James wants, which is a multi-dimensional interface between a comic book artist, a novelist, and a film director. Each lives in a separate reality, but authors a story about one of the others.
Oh, interesting. I like the sound.
It sounds like a good film, right?
Yeah.
That I'd like to watch. So I'd put it down into this thing. And I think it's...
So the one that's really throwing me from his examples then is the Doctor Who movie.
Yeah. Well, but I think there's something in that which is more complex than we know.
I've seen that movie a lot.
Have you? Really?
I watched it like hundreds of times.
Really?
Yeah, I had it on. I taped it off the telly and I watched it loads. I fancied Paul McGann.
All right. Well, I have no idea what happens in this movie.
I mean, I only vaguely remember it at this point, but I have watched it loads of times, and it was like, it's just like a weird Doctor Who standalone episode.
Does it get meta?
I think so. Not that I recall.
Well, interesting, James.
I think we need some.
You're gonna have to unpick
help
here. But I think there's a couple of categories. I think
yeah.
When he said Cabin in the Woods, I was being like, that is its own kind of.
I think that I don't want to waste that one here because I think we do really like that movie, or you in particular really like it, and it's that breakdown of the fourth wall. I mean, the other one that I put next to that was Scream, because it's like that kind of unraveling of the horror genre.
Yeah.
Or like not unraveling, but like the
we could call
scholarly version of a horror movie.
We could call it Screaming at Ourselves.
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Season.
Yeah.
You used to be followed by Wes Craven on Twitter.
Before he died. I still am, actually, I think.
You are.
Yeah, he's now dead.
Took claim to fame.
My took claim to fame. What a terrible claim to fame.
You killed Wes Craven with your tweets.
Ooh, not true, I hope. Now, the other category that James recommended, which is a lot easier to do, and I think...
I mean, I literally wrote down...
Let me read the category first.
I wrote down 4 things.
Oh, okay. I've only got 3, but I think they're all solid.
I mean, the first one on there, you're going to absolutely... I wrote tee-hee after it.
So, some arty thing when nothing happens for 9 hours. That's the category.
Mm-hmm. My first one was Anything by Werner Herzog.
Is that the tee-hee?
Yeah. Absolutely hate his films.
Really? Which ones have you seen?
The one that I know I've seen is the one where they're like pulling a big ship up a hill.
Oh my god! Well, so that would definitely fit in this category. 100%.
It's just like
it's called Eldorado. What's it called?
I don't know.
Big ship film. Yeah.
Big ship up a hill. God, I just felt like I was sweating the whole way through it. I was like, just get it up the hill, idiots.
I would say, in Herzog's defence, his later films are much more watchable, much more fun.
Okay. That one put me off for life.
But that is definitely in this category.
Okay.
I agree. That's definitely, yeah.
Big shit film. Is it called something? It is called something like Eldorado or something like that.
Yeah.
Or yeah. But
I'm pretty sure Eldorado was like a TV soap opera.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Brazil.
No, absolutely.
I really didn't enjoy Brazil.
Oh God, films Marianne should have enjoyed.
I know I should have, but I remember watching it with my sister, and we sat there and we were like, "Did we fall asleep in the middle of this? Where's the storyline?"
Did we fall asleep?
Yeah, movies where you think you've fallen asleep in the middle of it. And then the other 2, I've not seen one of them, but I know I really wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Science of Sleep. It's the same guys that did Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
I really wanted to see that when it first came out. I'd forgotten all about it till I started researching this. And then one that I have seen, Melancholia, but I didn't. I thought that was a good film, but it comes up as it's an outhouse flick, isn't it?
I've not seen it myself,
and it's not one of those ones where nothing happens. So it is slow and strange.
Trying to Sleep, I literally mentioned the last episode.
Did you?
Yeah. With the be kind of rewind.
Yeah.
Melancholia, I think would kind of fit, but I think it's going to get edged up by some of these.
Okay.
I'm really going to pull.
Am I going to know any of the ones that you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
So, well, maybe I'll explain them though.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, the first one, it's called Russian Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Let me describe it to you. It's a 2002 experimental historical drama film created by Russian director Alexander Sokurov, in which the entire film is made in one shot.
Okay.
But it's so you imagine a full-length 90-minute feature film, and you have a one take. It's a one and done, like this podcast, right?
Just like this podcast.
How would you imagine that film to be?
I'd just set up a camera in a kitchen and just have people walking in and out.
Right. So in this film, the camera's always gliding and moving. It's going through a really old, massive Russian palace.
But do things happen?
Oh. There's like a full banquet.
But James wants things where nothing happens.
But nothing happens. There's no narrative.
Okay.
You're just floating around this thing.
Is there any
but it's full,
dialogue?
It's all like kind of diegetic. Kind of you're walking past someone, they're just talking. And it's a bigger production than I would think of most films, and it's done in a single take. And then at points, the walls look like they're breathing because of the way they're working with lens work. It's quite incredible to watch. And then, spoiler alert, it comes out of this thing, and this whole palace has been on a boat the whole time. A woman's
vagina.
No, it's the whole boat.
Wait, were people having sex in a car on that boat?
Oh, maybe.
Oh my god.
I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
But Russian art could be.
Sorry, there was a little call back there.
Bonk on a car on a boat. We'll have to have a look.
I mean, it sounds fun.
I wouldn't ever watch it again, but it's nice to know it exists.
Yeah.
Second one, it's called Turin Horse. It's based on an apocryphal legend about one of the philosophers. I can't remember. I think it's going to be Descartes. No, it's not. Who's the big philosopher? Nietzsche, right? And he goes mad, and he says his final words to a horse, and then he goes. This is the story, the apocryphal story. He says something to a horse and then never speaks to a person again and dies 3 months later or something. And this is the story of the horse. And the horse comes home and it's the same scene. It's like, I guess, Russia or wherever. Extreme poverty, black and white film. It's 3 hours long. And
oh my God.
They just talk about how they haven't got anything to eat. And that there's winds and storms are brewing and brewing and brewing, and every time... And it's every day they do is the same scene.
The horses.
So the horse is barely mentioned,
right?
But it's the kind of the context of the film.
I see. Right. So the horse comes home to the human family.
Yeah. It's not like a talking horse or anything exciting. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no.
It literally is just like the owners of the horse.
Yeah.
And the horse is sort of brought home.
So this has made me think of a movie. So my sister used to make. She did animation and used to make lots of videos of. I think Channel 4 used to show like strange movies after a certain time. And then she would like let us watch them sometimes. Faust, is that a movie?
Yeah.
And I think she was obsessed with it, but I remember it being very strange.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the kind of that.
This is more of a modern strange.
Okay.
But Faust would sit more in a strange films.
Okay.
Right, like I think a lot of David Lynch films would probably that's a bit strange.
Mulholland Drive was one that was coming up a lot for this when I googled it.
Yeah, I think that's much more exciting than I think we could really get for this one. I suppose I especially want to throw Mulholland Drive into this category. The Turin Horse, back to Turin Horse. So Faust.
Sorry, I realised I hadn't let Richard finish saying.
No, it was just I did nearly fall asleep in this film. Because it's so boring and it's so rhythmic, but it's supposed to make you as close to feeling desperately poor and hungry and tired and exhausted as you possibly can.
It's a film for rich people.
It's very successful in terms of how it achieves that, but eventually it moves to dark. It's like the storm gets worse and worse, and the scenes get shorter and shorter until they open the door. There's literally just blackness, very dark and horrid.
Mm-hmm.
So that would definitely fit my thing. And then the final one is a film called Craymaster Cycle. I don't know if you've heard about. It's one.
Sorry, I was shaking my head. I was doing a huge yawn there. Not because of what Richard's saying.
So this is a film. It's more of an art house film, but it's literally an art exhibition film. But it is made as a film, released as a film, as Matthew Barney. And this is a 9-hour epic.
God's sake!
But this one is only like an hour and a half chunk of it. There's a few other things of it, and as part of it, all sorts of crazy shit happens, including being in an art gallery in New York, and a famous artist is just doing some metal work at the top and rhythmically banging on something, and it's all about the stonemasons. And you might have seen an image of a guy with a bit of blood in his mouth and a big pink hat with horns. It's very... Anyway, the Craymaster is the muscle of the penis that moves. It's all very bullshit.
I mean, I have to say this has been
the worst way to end the
probably
podcast.
my least favourite category that we've done. I'm afraid. So sorry, James. I don't mean that as any reflection on you.
Well, look.
Thank you so much for sending any suggestions. But I don't enjoy this genre.
I will say...
It's like, to me, sitting there watching something like that film you just described would be an absolute waste of my time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it would be.
But then it just makes me think, why has someone made this? And then, like...
You know how much work goes in making a film?
Exactly.
Bloody hell.
It's like, get a better hobby, mate. God's sake.
But I think it's a good category, and I think
what, you pull a big ship up a hill? Get a better hobby.
Werner Herzog's Big Ship Up a Hill film.
It's called something like Geraldo.
I think that sounds about right. Russian Ark and Turin Horse, I think, make this category.
Fine. And James is now tasked with watching all three of them on a back-to-back, so that we don't have to...
In one weekend! Oh,
that is your weekend.
This is the worst
sorted.
weekend.
Oh, wait, we're going to their house this weekend.
Oh,
No! You have to choose a different weekend, James.
Yeah, but you have to judge the other category. And see.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know. What did we go for in the end?
We didn't go for anything. We split up all sorts of them.
Oh, right, okay.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to it next time.
So that's unresolved. But anyway, you can be involved in this. You could come up with
send in some categories for us. It is enjoyable, even if I don't enjoy the categories. Or if Richard doesn't enjoy the categories, we still enjoy ourselves.
We do. We still have a lovely time.
Yeah.
Next week, we've already had a vote online. So if you join the Twitter, I'm going to put up a random vote every so often. The 3 categories were women having showers, Die Hard films, and Christmas films that weren't Christmas films. And the winner was Christmas films that aren't Christmas films. So we'll do that next week.
Okay.
We've also had some ideas from a special guest. We have a special guest next week to provide some ones for us. So look forward to that.
Exciting.
But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll
see you next time.
See you next time on
Seasons Podcast.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.